Ladies and gentlemen, a round 255 has been achieved on Eisendrache in under 4 hours. And I think this is going to be such an incredible record to talk about and to discuss because of how amazing and overpowered Gobblegums are. Because obviously, this is not possible without the usage of Gobblegums. One regular round 255 takes at least about 32 hours and can usually range from 40 hours to 70 hours, and that is why seeing a 255 being beat in under 4 hours is actually so impressive. So obviously, I'm going to give a big shout out here to Cheer, who managed to do this with his 3 friends. And the strategy is to run a specific set of 5 Gobblegums amongst all players. And the coolest thing about this is that with clients such as Boy, where you can get unlimited of the rare Mega Gobblegums, you can literally do this without having to spend a single dime. I feel like you would not be able to do this back in the main game of Black Ops 3 because of the fact of how expensive it literally would be. And obviously, Eisendrache, the reason why they chose this map is because of the fact that every single player, all 4 players, can have a weapon that does a decent amount of damage, or at least stuns the zombies later on into the rounds here with all 4 of the upgraded bows. And obviously, the Gobblegum set that you need to be running here is shopping free, round robin, power vacuum, even potentially if you want to go for that. They probably also ran Perkaholic, but mainly the main one you need is round robin. That is actually how you get to the top strategies. This man's looking at these glitched Panzers on round 250, bro. This is insane. But for real, the fact that this is possible and everybody can hit for Gobblegums and get a ton of different rounds gone in just under 4 hours is insane. So honestly, I would love to see these records being beat again because of the fact that on this gameplay, if you notice, I believe they did this on console, and I cannot imagine how much money this would have costed. And obviously, they probably closed app to do this. I mean, listen, Mr. T Lexify and Noah J456 have probably spent over like 20,000 bucks on Gobblegums, and we still probably don't have as much as these guys, man. Like, it really just doesn't make sense how they did it. But I believe this is a valid way to get to the higher rounds and is easily one of the quickest ways. And obviously, you need 4 players because of the fact of how many times or chances you can spin for a round robin. Obviously, you can only spin the Gobblegum machine 3 times in 1 round, and because of that, you can only get a certain amount of Gobblegums each and every time. But if everybody's running shopping free and round robin, you can skip these rounds like nobody's business. And that's the coolest thing about Eisendrache as well. There's no incredible boss zombie or something that persists throughout the rounds. Like, the Panzers will die, the zombies will die, everything will be taken out. Plus, you have great weapons to survive. You also got the monkey bombs, the DG4s as well, a shield. So this map is the perfect way to do this. And it's also interesting because I think what he's doing here is he's waiting for every single player on his team to get a round robin. And then they're all just going to be able to pop it and then just continue getting shopping frees. And man, I cannot imagine how long this would have taken to get all these Gobblegums, number 1, and then number 2, do this or find to do this on a map. So it's really interesting considering that you really can't do this on any other version of the game. Black Ops 4, you can't do this because round robin didn't even exist as an elixir. There's no other version of Gobblegums in any other game. Even IW with the Fate and Fortune cards, there's nothing this overpowered. And so it makes me excited because of the fact that we're adding Die Rise, Transit, and Buried onto BO3. You guys are going to be able to do all of the most broken type of gameplay on these maps, which is incredible because obviously if you were to go for a regular 255 with 4 players, that would be hundreds of hours to the point that I don't even think the map would be able to hold it, and it would obviously reset. And so this is interesting because with 4 players, it actually is faster, technically, with all the Gobblegums to get to round 255 than 1 player, even though there is 4 times the amount of zombies. The amount honestly doesn't even matter. That is how OP round robin is. So he just popped this one. He's now going to go to 251, but you can see that the Gobblegum prices are absolutely egregious. So obviously probably running like raindrops or profit sharing or anything to just multiply that income is going to be incredibly key. And also I would love to see the speed run of this. I know also Greg FPS might have done this at one point in time, and I want to do this at one point in time because this is going to be sick. What map we could do it on, honestly, I don't know. You really can't. You could probably do it on every single zombies map, but this one would definitely be the easiest. For example, if you did it on Shadows of Evil, you would only ever have the Apothecary Servant by 1 player, which would make it quite difficult. Zetsubo Noshima, you could get every player with the KT4, so that could be an easier one to do it with. On top of that as well, Garad would be absolutely challenging because there is no good wonder weapon other than maybe the gauntlet to get through it. Also interesting that he's running Fear in the Headlights to stop the spawns. That can make this even more OP, but really the 2 main ultra rare Gobblegums that you need to do this is both shopping free and round robins, and make sure you got a lot of them or you're playing on the boy client. And also Revelations, I feel like would also be an easy map. You could have somebody spamming the Apothecary, somebody throwing little armies, somebody shooting the thunder gun. But honestly, it really just depends on how these maps are built. Like, are they built to be able to handle this much gameplay? And I think so, because the fact that you can get to 255 faster with round robin, and so it doesn't necessarily count the zombies that actually spawn all the way from round 1 to 255. So again, what an impressive record. Shout out to Cheer for this. This is seriously one of the coolest things I've seen in Black Ops 3 Zombies in quite some time, and it really goes to show why big Call of Duty Zombies leaderboard sites such as ZWR, Zombie World Records, basically always discount this Gobblegum, Power Vacuum, and also the Flavor Hexed Gobblegum. I forgot to mention that in my tier list as well. All of these are banned for a reason, because quite fundamentally, and as well as Power Vacuum and Near Death Experience, they all break the game fundamentally. He just showed everybody stats. They don't even have literally anything. They don't have like, they have like 1,000 kills, which up to this point, I literally calculated, I believe it would be like 24 million zombies per player. So to get to 255 with a 4-player, 4 times the zombies, that is almost 100 million zombies total killed for this insane record, which is absolutely insane. And it's so funny here watching this gameplay, because whenever somebody pops the round robin, they're at such a high round that it's literally just impossible for the rounds to skip. And obviously you can't go above 255 because of the fact that that is the max rounds for Black Ops 3. But ladies and gentlemen, I did hope you guys enjoy. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again so much, and I'll see y'all in that next one, baby.